Since Gary Gensler won't abide by his own policies to come in and talk, the House GOP will hold him accountable. Today, as promised, our oversight of the SEC Gov begins with a request for documents surrounding their interactions with SBF, FTX, and the Justice Department. What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you are all enjoying your weekend. Before we get into the video, all I ask you to do is hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get right into it. Now, real quick, before we touch on some things Adam Aron said, since we touched on the SEC also launched an investigation into the Mormon Church's $100 billion secret investment portfolio. Now, Adam Aron has been tweeting a lot over the past couple of days. He came out with this tweet and he basically said, Twitter is an incredibly powerful platform and I get attacked on it and I get a lot of praise. Some of that I don't deserve, but also venomous untruths are hurled my way. Some things retail says, people say on Twitter that are completely out of the truth, besides attack, besides praise, and there's just completely random shit that he gets attacked on. He goes, rise above the hate, ignore, and just do what's right. He follows that up and says, it continues to astound and confound me that some out there hypnotized that I am not on the side of retail investors. I will say it over and over. I own or have an economic interest in millions of AMC shares and APE units. I am a retail shareholder. Of course, I am on your side. Now, he doesn't answer questions straight because the speculation comes in. Why did you sell shares? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? And he kind of beats around the bush with it. He also came out with a tweet that says, it may boil down to this. Many of you are frustrated, strongly urging us to address market forces that you are convinced are unfair. We continuously think about what actions would be wise and credible, certainly good ideas, build up our cash reserves, and smartly lead AMC forward. Now, this is an important tweet because Adam Aron is basically saying, I see that you guys are urging me to do things that will address the market forces that are unfair, or at least that you are convinced are unfair. However, we need to think what actions are credible. He puts that in caps. What actions are credible? Basically, he's saying, I'm not going to come out here and say there's naked shorting within my company like other companies are doing without proof, right? He's basically saying we need to do what's wise and credible. And right now, the good idea is to build up the cash reserves and smartly lead AMC forward. He knows what's going on with short sellers. He knows what's going on with the market corruption, but he does not have solid proof. At least that's what he's saying, even though I think shareholders can provide some solid ass proof to him. Now, the last tweet, he goes on a lighter note. Earlier, I said the number of movie releases in 2023 will be 35% more than in 2022. That's so important for AMC's path to eventual pandemic recovery. But then I tweeted a cryptic M, which some of you are decoding. It means nothing. I didn't knowingly tweet it. A lot of people started freaking out about this. M, it means Monday. It means merger. Adam Aron basically came out and said, I didn't actually mean to tweet that. It means nothing. And you know, a lot of times people are breaking down his tweets and he won't say anything. So he could have some sketchy theory going on behind the scenes, but not for this one at least. Now, we all know Vanguard is not on our side. However, Vanguard has lent out 52,263,485 shares of AMC. Their voting power is 163,807. The total number of shares held by Vanguard is 52 plus million. Over 99% are lent out to shorts. So Vanguard has lent out all of their shares basically to short sellers. We know Vanguard, probably BlackRock, and probably other institutions who buy AMC are doing the same thing to lend out their shares, but it comes to the point, right? All of Vanguard shares are lent out. It comes to the point where TD, Fidelity is offering high percentages for retail to lend out their shares because these institutions, they don't have any more shares to lend out. Not only that, but Vanguard has just purchased Bed Bath & Beyond, added to its shares in Bed Bath & Beyond, so be very careful because that is a fundamentally bad looking company at the moment, and Vanguard is not something they would invest in, so they are more than likely going to lend out a ton of shares on Bed Bath & Beyond, especially seeing that the cost to borrow on Bed Bath & Beyond is 400+%, and the market makers have been having to stump the shit out of the momentum over there. Also, this week, Switzerland-based Back Finance launched a tokenized version of a BlackRock ETF CSPX that includes tons of big names like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, and 496 other large American companies. The token is called BCSPX and runs on Ethereum as an ERC20 token. The token is backed 1-to-1 by shares of these stocks, and these shares are held by a licensed custodian according to Backed. Now, we already know how bad it is with tokens, and you actually can't get this token in America. So this is just more sketchy, right? I just figured I'd throw it in the video because it's came out February 11th. You can't get it in America, and it's a token. We already know how these tokens work. It's not a good thing to see. Also, AMC has been on the threshold list for 7 consecutive days. After 13 days on the list, shit goes down. However, it was on the list one time before for 12 consecutive days, and they got it pulled off. So I'm not going to get my hopes up right now. However, this does show that there is a ton of pressure built up on AMC, on short sellers, etc., etc., and this is a solid thing to see. Also, AMC's chart is looking bad, but it's not looking horrible. It invalidated that 560, that 530, that $5 setup. It's kind of hovering and holding this 480 level, this 475 level, and it's actually basing as of right now on this overall descending resistance that we've been in for 2 years now. If it bounces off of this, that's a good thing to see. If we break even lower, we are going to be put through the cycle that I said we are going to be put through. However, there's one thing that I must say here. If we are put through this cycle, then what we have drawn out down here in these mini cycles will play out inverse, and it has not done so far. What I mean by that, every single time in this cycle on AMC has had a major rip one way or the other. The only time it had a major dump was right here back in December of 2021, when basically we all thought AMC was going to break to the upside and broke to the downside. Every other time it had a major rip to the upside throughout the entire chart, and I can just continuously scroll back and forth. These cycles do not miss. So we are either going to have a very harsh low on AMC over the next 2 weeks, or we're going to have a very harsh high. Now, a lot of stuff is going on with Torchlight on Robinhood. You guys let me know if you are seeing this as well, because apparently Robinhood is letting Torchlight be traded over there, and people are seeing price change over there as well, and there's just a bunch of shit going on with Robinhood. We just saw them accidentally go short COSM and lose 57 million, and now this whole Torchlight situation is happening. I do not trade on Robinhood. You guys let me know in the comments down below if you trade on Robinhood. Now, AMC. Adam Aron just spoke at a Titanic movie theater screening before the movie actually played, and it is a 26-minute video. It's not the best looking video. The quality is kind of bad. I really do want to show you guys the entire video, but I'm either going to play a small clip for you right here, depending on how long this video already is, or I'm just going to make that video an entire whole video because it's like 26 minutes long. But overall, Adam Aron stresses the idea that you must vote yes at the shareholder meeting, which leads me to another point, right? Vanguard, these other institutions, they lent out a ton of their shares. If they want voting power, if they want this to pass as no, they will recall those shares back, which means shorts have to cover those shares. They have to give these shares back, right? That's one. If they don't want this voting power, they're going to have to buy more, which essentially should theoretically raise the price, but we all know how that works. Or they just don't get voting power, right? And, you know, Adam Aron already has a ton of votes going towards the yes vote. But anyway, he stresses how harsh it is to vote yes. You must vote yes as a shareholder in this speech that he explained. He also goes over a few other important things with the company. He basically knows everything that's going on, and I suggest you guys watch this. But before I close out the video and play the clip for you, please go down below, my link in the comments or in the description if you want free money, especially on the weekend. It takes 2 minutes to do so. Once you hit my link and download Moomoo on your phone or computer and deposit any amount, it can literally be a penny. I saw some of you guys open an account but didn't deposit this month. You guys must do that to get your free benefits over here. Again, if you want up to 15 free stocks, use my link, download Moomoo, sign up and open an account and deposit any amount in there. You will get free stocks.